Okay guys, welcome back to the Latin Banana channel. A channel about how to hunt fish with traditional and modern techniques. And as in the previous video, for the next 8 minutes I will accompany you on hunting techniques using a spear. This spearfishing technique is a legacy technique from my ancestors that has been passed down from generation to generation. This technique not only teaches agility and precision, but also teaches patience to achieve success. After walking along the riverbank, I turned to a nearby pond, with my spear in hand and my eyes focused on the clear water. I looked around, looking for signs of fish life in the water. Suddenly, I saw the shadow of a large fish swimming near the surface of the water. I immediately threw the spear and boom, the sound was heard loudly piercing the calm surface of the water. The fish struggled to release itself from the grip of my spear. However, it was useless, because every tip of the spear hit it perfectly.
Whoa.
I managed to catch the first fish and I walked past the graveyard towards another pond. When I arrived at the pond, I focused again on observing each side of the pond. A shadow approached me. I aimed and threw the spear. Boom, the sound of my spear was heard again. The water immediately became murky. The fish's resistance was quite strong. And finally, I managed to catch the second fish. In the dark of the night I explored the pond again. This time the pond was yellow with walls as the edges. It didn't take long, just a few steps the fish I was targeting was visible again. With high accuracy I threw my spear again. Boom, the sound caused a splash of water. The yellow pond became a battle arena. Again my target fish was caught. The fish struggled a little and was successfully put back into the bag as a list of my catches.
Wah.
Coba banget ayo pinuh-pinuh teh da.
Kena.
Paing teh takung ku boro-boro nempot laganya. Keteruntunan nu akhir. Badag eta mah. Gagal di wae.
Wah.
Yo.
From the pool with the edge of the wall I moved to the pool overgrown with weeds and I explored it by walking slowly and carefully. I circled the pool for quite a while. And again the fish I was targeting was visible. It was hiding behind the weeds. After I aimed and the target was locked. Then I threw my spear again. The sound was loud and deafening. But once the fish was caught again I succeeded perfectly as usual.
Wah.
The night was getting late. I was still in a fairly dark pool.
Pantai. Wow. Yo.
A gentle breeze slowly greeted my body that was starting to sweat. I continued to explore the ponds around there. I observed carefully every pond. I found many small fish running when hit by my flashlight, so that finally I found a target hiding on the edge. The pond was quite far from the surface of the ground I was stepping on. I aimed carefully. The fish was big and black. I threw my spear back. And boom, the sound of my spear exploding was quite audible. The sound blended with the sound of splashing water. When the spear was lifted, I was surprised by what I saw. It turned out that what was pierced by the spear was a large catfish with hard scales. However, my spear managed to penetrate it.
Wow.
It was difficult to pull it out, so I had to
Fish.
step on it with both of my feet. The spear was able to come loose and the fish was allowed to swim back into the pond.
Wow.
I stood at the edge of the pool, with the spear in hand and eyes focused on the clear water. I looked around, looking for signs of fish life in the water. Suddenly, I saw many fish swimming near the surface of the water. I focused my attention on the fish, and waited for the right moment to spear. I thrust the spear into the water quickly and precisely, and managed to catch several fish at once. I feel satisfied and happy with my catch. I continued spearing the fish in the pond, and each time I managed to catch a few fish. I felt like I was in the middle of an exciting and challenging adventure. After several hours of hunting, I had collected a lot of fish in my tank. I felt proud of my ability to spear fish, and I knew that my catch would be a delicious and nutritious meal. I left the pond feeling satisfied and happy, and couldn't wait to cook and enjoy my catch.
Yo.
One by one I caught the fish, the sound of my spear still ringing in my ears. My pocket felt full of fish, and the weight was a burden on my shoulders. The night was getting late, my body began to feel tired and sweaty. I decided to go home and end tonight's hunt. I wanted to go home soon. When I got home, I immediately took out the fish I had caught. The fish were quite a lot and quite big. After that I said goodbye. Thank you for accompanying me for 8 minutes. I hope you were entertained and we will meet again another time. May God bless you.